welcome to LifeTalk Now. I'm Mark Crutcher.
And I'm Renee Hobbs, and we are all back together.
We're all well again.
We're all well
Semi.
again, yeah.
You know, I had a kind of meltdown on Friday,
Yes.
and then everybody else got sick. And I think
Yes.
originally we got it from you anyway.
I know, you keep saying that.
You're the one who brought it into the office to begin with.
Okay.
But we have really been through it here the last few days. I mean, literally, the last 3 days, my wife and I have been here by ourselves running the office because literally everybody else was out, including little Renee Sunshine right here. But anyway, we're all back on the bridge again, so we're here again for as long as I guess we'll live. You know, I thought I was going to die on Friday. I would have been the first Facebook dead rather than Facebook Live.
I think we're good. I think we're
okay.
good. Uh-huh.
But anyway, the pro-aborts continue with their madness, and one of the things that we're seeing a lot of is something we've dealt with many times in the past, is their argument that when abortion is illegal, women die. And just recently there was a op-ed piece in a California newspaper at San Luis Obispo Tribune talking about this, in which some pro-abort was talking about how women die when abortion's made illegal. And so we're not really pro-life.
Right. Yeah, because women die.
Right.
Right.
Let's get to that in a minute. But first thing I want to point out is that this person said that what you and I are opposed to is pregnancy terminations. This is the biggest crock on the face of the earth. Now, you've been pregnant 3 times, right?
I have, yes.
Did all 3 of those pregnancies terminate?
None of them did.
All of them did.
Well, all of them did eventually, yes.
Right.
I mean,
all pregnancies terminate.
Right, I had the baby.
You had 3 babies.
Yes.
But you didn't terminate them with a dead baby.
Right, that's right.
And so this argument that what we're opposed to is pregnancy terminations is an out-and-out, bald-faced lie. We love pregnancy terminations when they produce a living little baby.
That's right.
That's perfectly healthy and
Right.
going to go and live his life or her
That's
life, right? So we're not opposed to pregnancy terminations.
Right.
You'd have to be a pure idiot to be opposed to
Right.
pregnancy terminations. They all terminate.
Yeah. I mean, even if the baby is premature, we love pregnancy terminations.
Pregnancy terminations are what we're in business for. Now, but it sounds better from their standpoint to say, oh, we just support a woman's right to terminate her pregnancy. Right. Instead of saying we support a woman's right to kill her baby.
Right. It makes them feel better.
Makes them feel better about themselves. But here's the thing: when they say, let me read just one quote from his. This is talking about the war being waged by the pro-life movement against women. It says, when legal, safe abortions are eliminated, women die. The fact is, that's a true statement. But the problem is, they're the ones who kill them.
That's right.
And one of the points that I think that we need to consistently hammer home, constantly be hammering this home. If abortion were made illegal today, and next week a whole bunch of illegal abortionists popped up, and women started dying from these illegal abortionists, 100% of those illegal abortionists would be people who are pro-choice, not pro-life.
Right.
We don't do
Jenny
abortions.
from Dallas. Thanks for joining us.
Yes.
Sorry.
We don't do abortions. The pro-life movement doesn't do abortions. We've never killed any women doing abortions on them. It's always the pro-abortion side that does that. And we've got to make the point to the American people that we're not responsible for the women they're threatening to kill.
Right.
Because basically, if you think about it, Renee, what they're saying when they make these statements is, if you don't let us kill babies, we're going to kill women. But we're killing somebody. Somebody's dying, and we're going to kill them.
Or they're saying that all of the women that are doing coat hanger abortions are dying in the streets because they're killing themselves illegally.
And it's, you know, if you're concerned, first off, if you're concerned about women dying, then don't kill them. It's very simple. If you're concerned about women killing themselves, then help us go on a national public education campaign to encourage women not to do something as stupid as sticking a coat hanger in them or whatever it might be. Let's help those women. Let's support those women so that they don't feel the necessity to do that. But let's make it very, very clear. The pro-life movement is not going to be extorted and not going to be accused of killing the women that they are killing. We're not going to be responsible for that. That's not our job.
Yeah. Thanks, Kathy.
Another one?
Another one. She loves our show.
Does she really?
Yes,
Well, good.
yes.
Anyway, yeah, if people have comments or questions while the show's going on, they're certainly welcome to
Yep, I'm
post
looking
them
at the screen. You can ask away.
Right. And if we don't get them on today, we'll try to get them on you know,
Another
the
time.
next day
Right.
when we're all still alive and not
Right.
coughing up our lungs.
Yeah.
Um,
I'd like to bring up another issue real quick,
Sure.
if I can. On Tucker Carlson the other night, he had interviewed the Vice President, Dawn Le Guin, if I'm saying her name right, and she will not admit
Vice
that,
President of Planned Parenthood.
Vice President of Planned Parenthood, yes. And she will not admit that abortion is killing a human life. And she is dodging the question, and she's saying that it's a woman's right to choose. It's a woman's right to choose. Well, you know what? That woman's right to choose is killing a baby that has a totally separate DNA, blood type, different sex. I mean, or, you know, possibly different sex. I mean,
half the time.
half the time, exactly.
Right.
Yeah. So that is the most ridiculous argument. She would not answer that question.
Yeah, that's the issue. And he had J.M.O. Green on there, Democratic operative, a raging pro-abort, godless degenerate, has always projected herself as this good Christian, young black Christian woman.
Right.
She's a liar. She's a bald-faced liar. But he keeps hammering on them and saying, do you believe that the unborn is the unborn child a separate entity, or is there just nothing here?
Right.
Are they living human beings or
Right.
not? And they will not answer that
They
question.
won't. No, and you know what the funny thing about it is the abortionist, the doers, as you would say, will answer that question. They will openly admit that they're killing a baby.
Absolutely.
And that the abortionist that was pregnant, that did the abortion on the
18-week baby.
Yes.
And she's
she
18 weeks.
And she's 18 weeks, and she assembled the baby herself after she aborted it in the Petri dish. I mean,
And said that she did it so she could see what her baby looked like.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, how demented do you have to be?
How sick are these people?
Yeah.
But-
Hey, Mark Solo.
But you're right in that it's the doers
Right.
who will admit, the people who work in the abortion clinics,
Right.
they will come right out and admit that they're taking a human life.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll say it. Yes, it's a living human being. We know that. We can't pull these little arms and legs out of these women all day long and not know what they are.
Right. Well, and it's the talkers that are the PR. They have to present
Right.
this as
The talkers, like the people from Planned Parenthood or this J.M.O. Green degenerate that Tucker Carlson had on a couple of nights ago, they can't afford to admit, yes, it's a living human being.
right.
Because then they know what the next question is going to be.
Yeah.
Well, then how can you justify killing them?
Yep.
Right? That's where
right.
we are.
Yep.
But anyway, we've got to do a better job, and we're looking at some projects here at Life Dynamics to put together some videos and some other things that are going to help you guys out in the field hold these people's feet to the fire, because they are really clever at diverting attention away from what the central issue is,
Yeah.
and they're not even subtle about it anymore.
Right.
I mean, on those things that you're talking about with Tucker Carlson going up against this one from Planned Parenthood, and he went up against some Democratic Congress nuisance from California a few weeks ago, and then against this J.M.O. Green, and he keeps hammering, saying, "Is there nothing there? Is the unborn child anything at all? Is it a separate entity from the
Right.
mother? You know, is it different than the mother? Is it?
Yeah.
What's there? Is there nothing there? And they'll always deflect and go off to some other direction. Eventually, they're just going to quit coming on there
Yeah.
because they look like idiots.
Well, yeah. I mean, and that's the same rhetoric that they used not long ago, that it's safe, legal, and rare, and they took out the rare
Took
part.
out the rare part. They don't
Right.
care if it's rare or not.
Yeah.
And they never did. They
yeah.
never did care if it was safe, legal, and rare.
Money.
And they don't really care if it's safe. The big issue here is legal.
Right.
That's all that matters.
That's right.
Because the minute that you try to pass laws to make it safer, they're the ones who fight it. They fight it tooth and nail. Right.
Oh, yes, they
So
do.
the safe, legal, and rare was an argument, was a lie. All they care about is the legal. As long as a baby dies, that's all they care about.
Yep.
Anyway, we're out of time.
We are. If you guys want to subscribe to LifeTalk, just go to YouTube and you can subscribe on our channel at lifetalktv.com or our website, lifetalktv.com. And also be sure you post your questions and comments so we can get those answered if anybody is curious about anything.
Right. Yeah, and also let people know that we still have the monthly 1-hour show, and they can watch it on lifetalktv.com, or they can, if they want a subscription to it on DVD, we'll send it to them for free. So all you got to do is just let us know, and
Yep.
we'll get the show out to you. And we've got a lot of new things planned for the future. Some things we're really excited about, and so you'll be seeing those. But again, I've got to remind you, we need your financial support. We have to have donations to continue doing not only the things we're already doing, but a lot of the new things that we got planned, which we're really excited about some of these new projects. And But they're not going to happen if we don't get help from you. That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
In the meantime, remember, Life Dynamics is not here to put up a good fight. We're here to win, because winning is how the killing stops. We'll see you next time.